Let's see what we have here. Let's get the SayIntentions app open. It's the old one. Alright. Let's set 13355. 13355. So I cannot monitor the other frequency here, but okay, that's fine. Alright. We are on Sky Ops. Alright. Let's do a search and rescue mission here. Right, let's go back to ATC. We are in the LAMA helicopter. I go a little bit further back here so I can see everything here. Alright. This one gonna go a little bit backwards. All the way up here. Alright. Let's see if we can do a mission here. Let's call Sky Ops. Or Wildcat Operations is the name. We are on board with one helper, but it's gonna be Andrea who's gonna be on the intercom. Using SayIntentions.AI, and we are in VR. Alright, let's have a go. Wildcat Operations, Wildcat 01. Request a search and rescue mission.
Let me see what we have. Give me a minute or two.
Alright, let me see what we have. We're going to create a waypoint here in the GTN 750. Waypoint name is Search and Rescue number 1. Hit enter. It's a temporary one, and then we're going to lat long, and we're going to change it to the decimals.
Wildcat 01, good afternoon. Sky Ops here. We have reports of a Piper down just below Stalfin Ridge, northeast of Bluden. 2 souls alive but injured. ELT has placed the wreck about 1,000 feet below the tree line. Trauma staff at Bluden State Hospital are standing by. IKO of the heliport is Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo. Coordinates are approximately latitude 47.18, the longitude 9.66. We're sending your crew over now. Expect to be airborne in a few minutes. Advise when ready for further details or if you need direction.
Roger, Sky Ops, this Wildcat 01. Piper down just below Stalfin Ridge, northeast of Bludenz. 2 souls alive but injured. ELT, we got the location 47.18 and longitude 9.66. Waiting for the crew, and we're plotting in the coordinates. Stand by. Alright, 966. And zeros. Hit enter.
Copy, coordinates set. Standing by for skids up. Advise when ready for departure or need further info.
Come back to the flight plan. We're coming back here, so that is Lima Oscar India Bravo, that's Bludenz. Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo, alright. Juliet Bravo, wait a minute. I have to make it correct.
Ready for departure.
Alright, and we're going to search and rescue number 1. Alright, here we are. Hit enter. There we go. and then click back here, and it's close by. It's only 6 miles, and then we have to go back here. So that's a very quick one. Right, so we're gonna close the SayIntentions here. Alright, Andrea, this is Captain Mike here. We're ready to go when you're ready. Let's get the booster pump off.
Hey, Captain, ready when you are. Let's get this done.
Alright. And lifting.
Roger, Captain, we're lifting off.
Alright, nice and steady hover here. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01. Skids up. Right, going up and backwards. Up and backwards, up and backwards. Right, we're clear and we're gonna turn over right. Alright, here we go. It's a little bit hazy weather today, but that's fine. We're flying low. Let me reset this one for the flight plan. Alright, we got some wires here. We're gonna increase the speed. We're gonna going over the wires. Alright, Andrea, what else can you tell me about the incident?
Hey, Captain, the Piper PA-28 went down near Stauffen Ridge. Marcus has a head laceration. Laura's leg is likely fractured with abdominal pain. Rapid extraction is critical due to dropping temperatures and incoming rain.
Roger that. We are inbound 7 minutes out.
Got it, Captain.
Alright, so this is Sky Ops doing search and rescue missions with the LAMA helicopter in Austria. So you get a mission, it's all random. Sometimes it's somewhere in the mountains, sometimes it's a stranded hiker. Sometimes you see flares, sometimes you see some smoke. So now we only have to fly a few miles. Sometimes you have to fly 30 miles out. So this is a quick one. It's good to start with this one, and we continue with another one. Northland Air, hey man, welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Happy to catch a stream. I'm interested in learning more about Sky Ops. Well, I'm only doing Sky Ops now for about an hour, and then I have to help my neighbor to see if the lights on of her car, so she need a jump start. But yeah, Sky Ops is amazing. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01 is approaching the incident site. Can you ask them to pop flares or smoke? Wildcat 01. Yeah, this is so much fun, man. So we have to go up here because I think they're a little bit up the mountain here. So we're 2 miles out.
Copy, will relay. Requesting flares or smoke.
We should be approaching the site within a mile or two.
Alright, so we're getting close now. Good to have you on the stream, man. And this is so much fun in VR. I can read the chat using open kneeboard. That is so much fun. And using the GTN 750 from PMS 50, you can have this separate toolbar app for the GTN 750, which makes it a lot easier in VR. Alright, so let's see where they are. We're 0.8 miles out. Okay, we see the flares. Do you see the flares there? There they are. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01, flares visual. Andrea, prepare for hoist extraction.
Copy. Relaying requests for flares or smoke at the
Ready
site.
for hoist extraction, Captain?
Roger, open left-hand door for the hoist and prepare for hoist now. Alright, here they are, down below us.
Door open, ready for hoist.
Let me see if I
SAR
can...
techs at the door.
There they are. Hope you can see them. So I'm gonna maneuver a little bit more to the right. Alright, Andrea, we are overhead. Clear hoist.
Roger, Captain. Deploying hoist now.
Alright, now I don't need to have a steady hover here. And no assistances here now. Alright, yeah, they're right below us, but I'll have to focus now right in front of me to get the steady position. Right, Andrea, let me know when you're down.
We're on the ground, Captain.
Roger, keep me informed when you come up again.
We're on the ground, Captain. Let's get Kevin.
Alright, let's get Kevin. Yeah, this is so much fun. You're talking to the AI crew
Kevin
member.
secure, preparing for extraction.
Clear for extraction.
Kevin is secure, preparing for extraction.
Roger, Kevin secure. We're returning to Blue State Hospital. Alright, so Kevin is on board.
Got it, Captain. We're en route to Bluden State Hospital.
Alright, so we're going back here, and then we have to land back at the hospital where we just came from. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01 is returning to Bluden State Hospital. We have one soul on board to drop off at the hospital.
Bluden State Hospital now, Captain.
Yeah, I know. Look at the weather, it's...
One on board. Proceed direct to Bluden
We've landed at Bluden State Hospital, Captain.
Juliet Bravo.
Ready to hand over the patients to the medical team.
Stand by, Andrea, we have to return to the hospital
We've
first.
landed at Bluden State Hospital, Captain. Ready to hand over the patients to the medical team.
Alright. Well, as you can hear...
Roger, Captain. Awaiting further instructions.
As you can hear,
We're ready
sometimes...
for extraction, Captain.
the AI is a little bit ahead of schedule. But that's maybe because of what I said. Normally it's right on time. Because you cannot hand over the patient to the medical team before we land, of course. But this is so much fun. I've done a lot of them lately here in the Austrian Alps. Look at this weather. Wow. Oh, wires. So I got the wires from Mamu. And if you hit them, you will crash. More wires here. So if we stay above 200 feet AGL, we're clear of those wires. So 250, 300 feet AGL is advisable. Software growing palms. Did you see palms? Oh, didn't notice them. But these are maybe that's a mistake from Bihan enhanced scenery. But normally it's really good. But yeah, it's sometimes in the software you can see some palms where they don't belong. Most of the time it's pretty accurate, but I'm on Sim Update 4 Beta, and then the Bihan enhanced scenery. I'm not sure if it's updated for Sim Update 4 Beta, but anyhow, The trees look great. More wires up ahead. I'm gonna cross the wires here. Look at that, you even see some red and white poles there. So Bluden State Hospital is up ahead. More wires here. Oh, so many wires, man. But this is really fun. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01 approaching Bluden State Hospital for landing.
Copy. Approaching Bluden State Hospital helipad.
Alright, let's reduce speed. We're almost there. So it's straight ahead. You will see the helipad. There's that flat building just ahead. You can see the helipad on the roof. And once we've landed, we can ask for another mission. Alright, here we go. Here we go. And landed. Alright, clear to exit the helicopter and hand over the patient to the medical team, Andrea.
Copy, Captain. Handing over the patient to the medical team now.
Sky Ops, Wildcat 01, mission complete, patient offloaded, and request another mission, search and rescue mission. Alright, so let's wait for the next mission.
Nice work. You got them out safe. Family and team are grateful. Stand by for next search and rescue mission details.
Standing by for next search and rescue mission details, Wildcat 01. Alright, so let's wait for the other one. Now,
stand by. New search and rescue mission details coming up shortly.
Okie dokie. Alright. No, this is VR, man. I'm using the Pimax Crystal Super. So this is VR, so I can really look around. And this is all in VR. Also, all these panels. So this from the VR app from SayIntentions. From the VR toolbar. This is the GTN 750. So that's the external GTN 750, which I normally have here. But this is easier to use in VR. So we're gonna remove this waypoint. And then the SARs, we're gonna waypoint info, and then maybe we cannot edit this one. No, it's a temporary one. View list, SAR1. No, okay, never mind. We remove this one as well. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. I'm gonna ask for a next search and rescue mission. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01, request search and rescue mission.
Mission on request. This will take a minute or two.
Alright, mission on request. So the best thing what you can do, you will get a coordinate where you have to fly to. And there you can search. And I'm gonna enter that coordinate here in the GTN 750. Once she comes back with a AI generated mission. Normally that takes about a minute.
Wildcat 01, good afternoon. We have reports of a motorist stranded on a mountain road near the Chengla Plateau. Coordinates uploaded. Local Bergrettung can guide you on 155.525 megahertz once overhead. Expect a confined landing area with a nearby tree line. One male patient, hypothermia risk. Bludenz State Hospital helipad IKO Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo has been alerted and trauma team is standing by. Andrea and Patrick recall your Gasderntal Hunter rescue and are ready for another pickup. We're sending your crew over now. You can expect to be airborne in a few minutes. Contact me once you have visual on the incident site.
Roger, report of a motorist stranded on a mountain road near the Chengla Plateau. Coordinates uploaded. Local Bergrettung can guide you on 155.525. 155.525. And then bring him back here to Bludenz State Hospital helipad. Wildcat 01. Alright.
Hello, sir. We're gearing up back here. Give us a minute.
Belthorian, welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing? Alright.
Copy. Coordinates received. Patient to be brought to Bludenz State Hospital helipad. Local Bergrettung available on 155.525 megahertz for guidance once overhead.
155. I cannot set 155. So that's really worried. 155.525. 155. I cannot set 155. That's not a frequency, so we're not going to use that one. We're going to ask for the coordinates. And Sky Ops, Wildcat 01, request the coordinates, let long coordinates for the incident site. Alright, so we're going to cancel that one. We're going to create a new waypoint in here. And we're going to use it. This
47.0703, E longitude 9.7921.
There we go. Oh, you're a VR flyer? And it's absolutely awesome. That's, oh yeah, man. Notice the Taux hangar LAMA. I will show it to you, from the outside. Just a second. Have to plot my coordinate in here. 4707000703, and then lots of zeros, and then 9. What was it? 7921. 7921 and a 0. Enter. Temporary create. Oh, I cannot set that one, so I'm gonna make it SAR 2. Backspace. SAR 2. There we go. Enter. Create. Alright, so now let's go to flight plan. It's coming back in here. So there's Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo Hospital Bludenz. Enter. And the waypoint is SAR 2. Enter. So that's 37 miles out, so that's a long way. Okay. So let me read the chat here. Alright, so what I'm working with, my VR headset is a Pimax Crystal Super. I also have the Pimax Crystal Lite. What I'm using now is the Pimax Crystal Super 57 ppd. The software that I'm using is, I have, well, it's in the description of the live stream, I think, but I'm running it on a 3080 with an i7-11700K chipset and 64 gigabytes. But what I see here is absolutely beautiful. Alright, so let me check if that's SAR 2 that's in there. Let me zoom out on the map. So that's a long one. Alright, so we're going back in here. There's a motorist. It's somewhere down there. Okay. From the outside, this is the one. There's the LAMA. Very nice helicopter, handles very good. Very nice to fly in VR as well. Alright. So our crew is ready. So I'm gonna put this one somewhere down there. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. On the seat. So it's not in the way. You cannot fly without VR. That's how good VR is. Yeah, it's really good, man. It's awesome. All right, let me talk to my crew here. Andrea, are you ready to go?
Hey Mike, ready when you are. Let's get this done.
Roger, lifting.
Hey Mike, remember that gyrocopter emergency landing earlier? That was a close call. Let's hope this one's smoother.
Yeah, this one's gonna be smoother. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01 is airborne.
Captain.
Copy, airborne.
Alright, here we go, guys. Yeah, the Crystal Super is great, but I have to say, I have the 50 PPD. Well, the channel is sponsored by Pimax, so I'm doing reviews for them. So they sent me a Crystal Light, a Crystal Super, and I just received the 57 PPD and the 50 PPD Ultra Wide, the optical engines, but I must say the 57 PPD, it's a narrower field of view. It's about 102 degrees, but I get a much better performance out of it than with the normal 50 PPD. So that's why I really love the 57 PPD. It's very sharp, even at I think it's 50% render scale. But what I see here in VR is amazing, guys. It's really great. So yeah, it's a huge improvement over the G2. And if you have a 4090 64 gigabyte, you're gonna love it. And yeah, if you wanna use the highest render scale, well, you're probably gonna struggle a little bit. And then you have to use the foveated rendering of the sim. I'm not using that now. I'm only using the quad views. And I think that's a lot nicer to fly with. And I'll still get, well now I'm streaming, but normally I will get, when I'm just flying solo by myself, I'll get around, oh wait a minute, we have to go around here. We're not going through the mountains, because the weather is bad up there. We're going around here. But normally I'll get around 40 FPS. And that's with either auto FPS or AeroTune for Flight Simulator, which you also can get on flightsim.to. AeroTune is an AI tuner for performance settings and visual qualities. So that's really good. It's like auto FPS, but then using some AI technique. Yeah, well, my hardware can't push it either, but on a lower render scale, this is insanely sharp. I can see so much details here. So that's, I really love this one. Andrea, what else can you tell me about the mission? Oh, I'm gonna ask my my crew member.
Lucas is conscious but has a compound fracture and possible rib injuries. He's hypothermic and extraction by land is unlikely before midnight.
Roger, thank you.
Got it, Captain.
The app that I use for the chat window, that is Open Kneeboard. Open Kneeboard. Knee, like in your knee of your leg. It's free. And you can use that, and then you can in the app on the desktop you can place it on where you want, and and then I can bring any open window on my desktop into VR, and really good to read. So yeah, Open Kneeboard is kind of a must-have. I used to work with the other one, FS Desktop, and I think this is from the same developer. But Open Kneeboard is so much sharper, a lot easier. But I cannot move it around in VR, so it's a fixed position that you have to set first. So I cannot move it around, but I can hide it if I want to. But this is very easy to read. Let's climb up a little bit here. Yeah, well, I'm using DLSS here in Balthorian, and it's for steam gauges like this. It's okay, but if you have a glass cockpit, yeah, then it's there's a lot of ghosting with DLSS. And especially if you fly airliners with the glass cockpits, then yeah, DLSS is not the way to go, because it's there's so much ghosting and very blurry displays. But for steam gauges, it's amazing. No problem, Balthorian. Always glad to help. Oh, look at this weather. It's getting worse. Oh, overspeed. Let's reduce the speed a little bit. If you hear some music in the background, that's my daughter. She's watching TikTok movies or YouTube shorts, I don't know. And her phone is a little bit loud. So I'm gonna ask her to reduce the volume a little bit. Faya?
Ja?
Wil jij het volume wat zachter zetten van je telefoon? Ik ben live.
Ja.
Thank you. Sorry guys, had to do that in Dutch.
Nee, dat is English.
Yeah.
Like this speaking.
Alright, so this is terrible weather, but we're still good. Let's follow this one up here. Oh yeah, I can see a gap up there. Oh man. Okay, let's go. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01, do you have any updates about the incident?
No new updates. Patient remains stable. Hypothermia risk. Ground teams unable to reach due to rock slide. Firefighter still on scene with thermal blanket.
Roger, all copied, and we are still en route.
Copy, still en route.
Oh, this is awesome flying here in the Alps. And this is live weather, but this is so beautiful, man. There's a huge lake there. Is that Alterine? Yes. Lima Sierra Zulu Romeo. Oh, a little overspeed, so we're near the Swiss border. The Quest 3 has a version of frame generation called synchronous space warp. Yeah, it does. Alright, so I think I'm gonna descend here because otherwise we're gonna end up in the clouds. That's not what I want, so let's go a little bit lower. Yeah, that's good, but I cannot use 100%. Not with my video card. 3080, it's not gonna work. But I must say, even at 50%, it's so sharp. It's so sharp that I can read the chat here from this position. Oh man, we gotta find this guy. But look at this weather. So here's an airport. Just past that airport. All right. Okay, so this is really terrible weather. Wish it was better, but okay, I got some wires here on the high tension cables on the left. Very good. Let's climb a little bit up. Yeah. It's much better than the Quest 3. Yeah. This resolution is 3840 by 3840. It's brilliant. And I don't use the foveated rendering from the sim, because then the outside parts of everything is going to be blurry. So I'm using quad views, getting a way better performance with quad views, and everything looks really sharp. I got eye tracking, of course, and that's just amazing. Imagine doing this, flying in this weather, just in 2D. It's gonna be worse. This is fun, man. Alright, we are 10 minutes out. ATE 10 minutes. Right. So we're gonna stay here, the lower part, because we are surrounded by mountains, as you can see on the map. Yeah, 50% this is really sharp. I can read all the instruments in here, everything, all the small letters here. And even the chat window is so sharp. We got wires here. Oh, let's stay above the wires. Just cross the wires. Yeah, the Crystal Super has eye tracking. So I'm using the quad views with eye tracking. No, it's wherever I look, it's pin sharp. But what I saw with the foveated rendering in the sim is that you get some shimmering in clouds and on ground textures when you're looking around with your eyes, because it's a box. With quad views, it's so much better, and you won't notice it. So yeah, that's why I stopped using the foveated rendering. Right, approaching 9 minutes to go. This is so much fun, man. We've got some rising terrain here in front of us. Gonna go to the left, stay in the lower part. Hopefully we don't get some wires here. Yeah, there are wires down here. Yeah, we're gonna pass over this pylon here. Yep. Now this is really a rescue flight, right? Look at this center. Yeah, nice helipad here. Wow. For the open keyboard with the charts. Well, yeah, you can. If you have PDFs of those charts, you can show them. So you can open anything what's on your desktop and bring it into VR. You can even have, say, Beyond ATC in there. So they have multiple things. But I only use it for the live stream chat. I also have the all-in-one tablet from flightsimulator.me, which is a very nice thing to have. I can use charts with Navigraph charts, so that's what I'm using. But there are many options you can do with open keyboard. For instance, what I want to use it for is like a scratch pad, so I can write down ATIS information or any other ATC information for the flight. And then I'm gonna use a small Wacom tablet with a pen, and that you can use, and then you can write things down. So I want to use that as well, but that's another thing I'm gonna explore with open keyboard. Yeah, the all-in-one tablet is amazing, but sometimes, especially in VR, it's gonna cost you a little bit of performance, especially with Navigraph charts. If you open the Navigraph charts, it's gonna cost you about 5 FPS. So that's not so good, of course. But anyhow, but the tablet is very nice. I got the same one as well. But I was looking for something to have the chat open in VR, and I used FS Desktop for that. But oh man, this weather is terrible. It's getting worse, guys. It's getting worse. Let me descend a little bit, because we're close, but I don't want to fly into a mountain. To go over left here. Still visual with some things here. Oh man. Let's fly a little bit slower now, because I still want to have an escape route. So we got wires from left to right. Yeah, almost need a forward-looking infrared. Yeah, I get it. All right, so we got a pylon up there. And we got the wires going away from us, I think. That's a very high pylon, man. Whoa, that's a high one. Let's go a little bit higher. Look at that. So many wires down here. It's scary. Okay, the pylons are going to the left. Alright, so we're clear, so we can go a little bit lower here. It's a forward-looking infrared, or I have to change the weather. Which one is easier? No, I like this. Let's make it a little bit harder. And hopefully I got the coordinate right. Otherwise we've been flying into this terrible soup for nothing. Right, nap of the Earth just above the tree lines. We're getting closer there. This one is far away, man. Sorry guys for the noise. I have to fly low. Good lord, alright, let's speed up a little bit. It's so much fun flying helicopters in VR here in the sim is just amazing. Alright, we're getting there.
Wildcat 01, can you repeat that?
Say again for Wildcat 01.
Go ahead.
Disregard last message, Wildcat 01. One thing I love about Flight Simulator is real world things happen in the sim. Yeah, man, yeah, I get it. You think you're in a climb, but you're in a dive. It happens to me as well, especially with these mountain rescues. You're hovering in front of a mountain. It's so weird in VR. Sometimes you think you're in a deep dive, nose down, but you're just level. It's funny how your eyes can trick your brain. Alright, so we got a pylon there, that's where we're gonna cross. So if you're flying low with a helicopter like this, you've got a wire crossing, pick a pylon, go over the top, and then descend back to a lower altitude. So in that case, you will not hit the wires. Yeah, but that's the thing you have to do, right? Ignore your eyes and start flying on instruments, because otherwise you're gonna crash. Believe your instruments, and whoa. So let's see if our crew member Andrea is coming up within 2 miles. Normally they say that we are in the area. But if I plotted the coordinate wrong, we are in the wrong position. But anyhow, this is fun. Andrea, can you give me a heading and distance, please?
Incident site is 57.8 kilometers south, heading 175.
Oh, you see, I did the wrong coordinate. 57 kilometers south. That's the other way around. All right, let's land somewhere and get a good coordinate. I thought so when I was when it didn't pick up the first waypoint, and then I renamed it. I think it didn't pick up the right lat long coordinates. So let's land here. Oh my god, just my fault. I had to double check it, of course, but anyhow. Okay, Andrea, we're gonna land here. I'm gonna plot the right coordinates in the GPS. Alright, so let's go back up here.
Got it, Captain.
47, alright, so we're gonna call this one. I'm gonna remove this waypoint. Remove. Alright, let's get a new coordinate in here. Create waypoint user identifier SAR3. Enter. Temporary. Go in here. 47. I think our patient is already deceased. 0703. And then the longitude 97921. 7921, and that's a 0. Enter. Create. Okay. We go back to the flight plan. Flight plan at waypoint SAR3. And then we're gonna activate this leg. Or direct to SAR3. Let's go in here, and then gonna do a direct to. Not from here, but I can do it in here, and then it will. Direct to. And then this one will show it on the map. 36 miles the other way around. Oh man, we were so close to our home base. Anyhow, let's go. Let's read the chat real quick. I have seen so many documentaries about aircraft crashes and pilots talk about that very thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, man. And I was a loadmaster in the Dutch Air Force and experienced it myself as well. Sometimes it was really, really weird. You can get so very disoriented, especially with night flying, with night vision goggles. If it's getting too dark, you won't see a thing, and you can get very disoriented. You know, there were fighter jets going nose up in the ocean. They were flying a low level over the sea, over the ocean, and it's grey up there, it's grey down there, no horizon, and they ended up inverted. And I thought, okay, I have to climb out, and they went nose up into the ocean. Really happened. So, yeah, it's not fun, man, to be disoriented. And also in Wales, where we did low-level flying with helicopters, there's a lake near the airport valley where many people start the Mac Loop. There's a lake in the mountains, and they call it Slopey Lake. So when you fly over there, it's like the lake is on a tilted angle. But that's because of all the lines in the terrain, on the mountainous terrain. So it looks like that lake is tilted. It's really weird. Because your eyes, they will see the lines in the terrain as horizontal lines. So the rest of the terrain looks tilted. It's so weird. Oh, and these low-level clouds. Let's go back to the incident site. Let's call Sky Ops and say, tell them that we flew the wrong way. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01 is now flying to the correct position. We went the wrong way due to an error with the GPS. Oh, that's the overspeed warning.
Error.
Okay, I can't really understand him, but it's okay. Alright, there's a pylon dead ahead. We're gonna cross that one. hopefully the weather is a lot better when we come up there. So we're gonna follow the lower terrain here, because up there the weather is worse. So a little bit of a detour, guys. Sorry. Anyhow, it's nice flying in some murky weather. Stay on this side of these wires. All right. We just have to follow the valley here. We're gonna cross the lake. Just the edge of the lake is coming up at 12 o'clock. So what I use for as a joystick, I've got a HOTAS Warthog, and I removed the spring on the inside of the Warthog, and that's so I have hardly any friction now, or resistance of that big spring. Makes it so much easier to fly. So if you Google HOTAS Warthog spring removal, you will see what I mean. And that's what I did. It's so much easier to fly now. There are 4 little springs inside there, which will give you a little bit of resistance. Oh, pylon. Woo, there we go. Right, dead ahead. So we changed the weather. let's change this weather a little bit, because this is not fun to fly. All right, let's go custom. Let's go live weather off. Well, this is much better. Now we can see a little bit, right? Now we can go a little bit higher up. Look at all the boats here. Wow! It's not much fun to do a live stream when you can't see anything. I like to do them on my own with bad weather. It's really a challenge then. But let's enjoy the view here in the Alps, which is a lot better now. Here you go, there we go, that's the helicopter. Oops. Yeah. All right, so we see the mountain dead ahead, and then we go over left there. Follow the next valley in there. Overspeed. Let's reduce some power. So easy to overspeed this helicopter. So we're gonna pick up this one and then bring it back. And then I'm gonna end the live stream after that, because then I have to help my neighbor. All right. So, how much further out? 22 miles? Yeah. So there's this one. That's over there. And then we go in there. We can go straight. Let's go in there. The weather is a lot better now. Oh yeah, I also have the Mamu cable cars. And you can see all these ski lifts going up the mountain. We're gonna follow one that's dead ahead, and we're gonna follow the cable car up the mountain. And let me see, it's coming up. I think this is the cable car, so there's the wires. No, those are wires, just wires here. Oh yeah, here's the cable car. Look at it. Oh. Waar ben jij open doen? Right guys, I have to pass over a little while. I have to help my neighbor, so stand by, please. Ja, coming. Ja, ik moet je even helpen. Ja, nee, maar ik zat in mijn livestream. Ja. Right. Let's go and jump in VR again. Here we go. Let's go in here and resume. Let's get the joystick, which is up here. Oh, stand by, guys. Whoopsie. All right. Let's get control of this helicopter. Now I have to hit. Okay. Alright, here we go. Go back to the map. Map view. Alright guys, so I'm back. Had to help the neighbor, had to jump start her car. It is raining outside, and so see, are we going the correct position? Yep, there it is. Right. Well, and we're flying again. Make sure that everything is correctly seated. Let me reset the view a little bit. All right. Here we go. Let's get some speed up there. So we have to fly to the side. Alright. Whoa, that's weird for jump starting a car back into VR. And the sim and the stream is still running. Thanks for sticking by. And I hope it wasn't too long. Center the camera a little bit. I'm way off. Here we go. Now that the weather is good with this preset, we can have some fun flying this helicopter, of course. Oh, look at this. This never gets bored. Coming over the edge and then this view. That's so amazing. How are you doing back there, Andrea? Are you still good? Let's talk to the crew.
Hey, Captain, we're doing well. Ready for action.
Roger, we're almost there. Stand by. Look at these mountains. Wow, this is just so beautiful.
Got it,
man.
Captain.
So, Andrea, tell me, what was your favorite mission? You can have a real conversation with
Hey, Mike, I'd
with
say
your
the bear
crew.
attack rescue in St. Martin Wilderness was unforgettable. Quite the adrenaline rush. How about you?
The bear mission in St. Martin? Are there bears in St. Martin then? A bear mission in St. Martin?
Yeah, the bear mission in St. Martin. That was something else.
Yeah, what was with the bear? I can't remember the bear. A bear in St. Martin? Who would have known?
The bear attack in St. Martin was intense. We had to act fast to stabilize the victim and get them to safety. Quite a day.
Well, yes, you can have some conversations and then they just go back to their normal responses sometimes. Woo. But let's see, why is this not set correctly? Alright. Now this is set. I have to bring this one a little bit over there. And I think I have to press the K button again. Oh, now it's up there. Okay, anyhow. Good enough for me now. This is so much fun, guys. Look, more ski lifts. I'm gonna stay on this side of the mountain. Have to be at the valley on the other side. Then we're gonna cross this valley. Then we got this mountain ridge right in front of us. That's this one. So we're going to the lower point at our 11 o'clock. That's where we're gonna cross. and then we're gonna turn over right and left, and probably then we'll get to the landing site. So we did a little detour due to me plotting the wrong coordinate. Lesson learned. Whoa. Look at these houses up here. Wow. Alright, we're close to the sites. So the age, that's our landing site, and we have to be at this one, that is SAR 3. So that is way up there in the mountains. So straight ahead. And by the looks of it, we are on a perfect altitude for that. Not sure why he was riding his motorbike over there. Wildcat Ops, Wildcat 01, do you have any updates about the incident?
No new updates. Patient remains stable. Hypothermia risk. Ground teams unable to reach due to rock slide. Firefighter still on scene with thermal blanket.
Copy that. We are getting close. We are just a few minutes out.
Copy. Standing by for update when on scene.
So it's going to be a hoist mission. So if the ground team cannot reach him, so it's going to be a very difficult mission. Right, Andrea, prepare for a hoist rescue.
We're ready for hoist rescue, Captain.
Roger.
Okay, Captain.
Alright, let's have a sharp lookout for flares. So 1.4 mile to go. No, that's from the other one. We have to go to SAR 3, so a little bit further out. We're almost there. Look at this scenery. This is amazing. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. So let's zoom in on the map. This is a real mountain rescue. See if we can land somewhere. Where is this guy? Is he... He's not here. Not on this side. Further out. Oi. Man.
We should be approaching the site within a mile or two.
Yeah, that's correct. I can see red smoke. We're 12 o'clock low. Proceeding inbound. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01. Visual red smoke. Proceeding inbound to the incident site. Wildcat 01. Right, we have smoke.
Copy visual on red smoke. Proceed inbound to the incident site.
So I think we can land on the road on the top, on the upwind part of that smoke. Right, Andrea, I think we're gonna land just upwind of the incident site. So then you can walk down the hill and get the patient out of there.
Sounds good, Captain. Once we're down, we'll head to Lucas and get him ready for transport.
Alright, I'm gonna do a orbit over left, and then we're gonna land here on the road below us.
All right, Captain, we're ready for landing.
Copy.
Got it, Captain. SAR-tech's ready to go. We're preparing to land or hoist, Captain.
We're gonna land.
Roger, Captain.
Well, let's see how this goes here. Alright, so we are now in a stable hover. Let's go a little bit forward, going around, and then we're gonna turn over left.
Hey, Mike, remember that gyrocopter emergency landing earlier? That was a close call. Let's hope this one's smoother.
Andrea, standard calls now, standard calls. Alright. Every time you're trying to land, you're focused on
Roger,
landing.
Captain.
They're gonna start talking about other missions. All the time. Alright, there's some wires up there. Alright, oh, let's stay clear of this tree. There we go. Oh man. Okay. Alright, Andrea, clear to exit. Guys, the site is at 2 o'clock. You're clear to exit.
Copy, Captain. Heading to Lucas now.
Yeah, SayIntentions is creating all these missions, Belthorian. So they add smoke, maybe a person or so, of course. Let me see if I can go into the walk-around mode. Alright, let's go into walk-around mode. Everything is in here. So if I walk around here, we should probably see some people out there. Yeah, there's someone walking. I saw him. See, it's an airport guy. So they're creating these missions. So you can, of course.
Lucas is stable. We're ready to transport him back to the aircraft.
Oh, well, they're stable. So now we have to go back to the aircraft. Have to go up here. So yeah, they're creating all these missions. Let's see if I can go back in here or just hit Shift C and enter, go back into the aircraft. Here we go. Roger that, and let me know if he's on board and be ready to go.
Lucas is on board.
Alright, and lifting. Alright, there are no wires on these poles, so we're good to go. Let's see.
Copy, Captain.
We are a little bit tilting over left, so we got that. Oh, that's a little bit too much. Come on.
We're en route to the hospital, Captain. Lucas is stable and on board.
That was not the best lift off, but we're good. We can do it. Yeah, it can do this, man. SayIntentions. Even if you fly VFR, and even if you fly with general aviation, you can even get birds on short final. So it's really amazing. I turned off traffic now because I'm in Sim Update 4 and traffic can now cause a lot of FPS problems. So I turned that off. But now I can do all these missions, and it's so much fun, man. There's so much in it. So you can do these missions, but you can also fly. Now we have a crew for these missions, for a search and rescue crew. But you can always also fly with a mentor, and so you can ask that mentor. For any procedure, you can do maybe I don't know, some kind of emergency procedure, and they will guide you through it. I did an emergency landing gear extension. They will guide you through it, but you can ask them anything: how to lean the engine, how to do certain things, how to talk to ATC. They can teach you everything. It's like flying with an instructor. Oh. Sky Ops, Wildcat 01, one patient on board, returning to Lima Oscar Julia Bravo. I forgot the name, but that was Bluetooth.
One on board. Proceed direct to Bludenz State Hospital helipad, Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo. Advise when on final.
Roger, will advise when on final. Wildcat 01. But yeah, it's amazing. They got traffic injection, of course.
Copy final at Bludenz State Hospital helipad.
And for GA traffic, airliners. So everything is in there. I've been using SayIntentions since the day it was released. I'm using it every day. It's worth everything, man. And I know it can be a little bit expensive. With because it's a monthly prescription. But I'm using it every flight, even if I'm doing just a 20-minute flight, or if I'm gonna practice some touch and goes. I really love it. Yeah, you can use ChatGPT, but SayIntentions can do so much more, but because it will sequence you also into for a landing. So if you fly IFR, it will sequence you in. you're probably number 2 or number 3. And yeah, it will work with any aircraft. You can do this with any aircraft, but this is of course not the mission hub for the Miltech simulation MH60, but because they have you can make missions in the mission hub, but these missions are and everything that's injected, that's all done by SayIntentions. It's really nice to do these kind of missions. And they also have some other missions that you can do, and then 10%, I think 10% of your monthly payment, what you pay for SayIntentions, is going to be sent for a, how do you say it? Like there's something about puppies. You can fly puppies from A to B. And it's going to, I think it's a shelter home for puppies. You can do that. It's all for a good cause. So, Wildcat 01 is final for landing at Bluden State Hospital. Prepare for landing, Andrea. We are final for Bluden State Hospital.
Roger, Captain.
Alright, let's land here. Oh, and helicopter flying in VR is so much easier than in 2D. There we go. Not the best landing, but oh, thank you, man. Thank you for the sub. Really great. Thank you very much. That's appreciated, man. And yeah, you can try it. They have a 24-hour trial period with SayIntentions. And let me show you a little bit what it can do. Where's my... oh, no. It's over here. So let me show you the panel here. Bring it up here and make it a little bit bigger so you can see properly. Alright. Make it bigger. There we go. And click. Make this one a little bit bigger. Alright, so there are some things on the top here. This is called ATC. I can bring it a little bit forward and you can see it. So got ATC. Even got a live map, but it's not working properly in VR. They're still working on it. You can do a airport information lookup, so you can search or you can choose. But in VR, this is not gonna work because in the toolbar, but in the normal app, what you see on your desktop, you will see it. But you can also do checklists. Now for this aircraft I don't have a checklist. There is no checklist for this one. But you can have a co-pilot read the checklist and that you have to respond. So that is pretty neat. This is the Sky Ops, so we are the stranded motorist. So that's what we did. And then you got, of course, the what's new. So these are all the updates, and look how many updates there are on a daily basis. Oh yeah, you can speak in a normal way. You can select a student mode, so it's more it's easier to you when you respond back. So you don't have to be very precise. So I can do a flight plan now. I can ask. Let's do a ATC. Yeah, we're going to ATC. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller now. In here. So we're not gonna do a Sky Ops mission, but we're gonna fly We got a radio with 121, so we go to center 133.155. Yeah, and we're gonna fly here to what's the other airfield? We're going to Al Terrein, Lima Zulu. I think this is one. This one. Yeah, that's St. Gallen. Yeah, St. Gallen. Lima Sierra Zulu Romeo. So we're gonna fly from here to Lima Sierra. So I'm gonna remove this waypoint. Remove. Okay. And then remove this one. And let me show you what it can do. So we are at Lima Oscar India Juliet Bravo. Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo. Enter. And we're gonna fly to Lima Sierra Zulu Romeo, Al Terrein. Alright, and we're gonna fly VFR, of course. So now we got this in here, and that's where we're gonna fly. Just gonna fly around from. Why is there still SAR 3 in here? Let me go to this, activate lag. There we go. There, now it is there. So I'm gonna ask center for a VFR clearance to Al Terrein. All right. When you fly to the Splendor Motor, I wonder if there's a mission to talk to them about their cars and extended warranty. Yeah, man. Well, you can ask them anything. All right. So let's get the clearance. Center Wildcat 01 request VFR clearance from Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo to Al Terrein Airport. LAMA helicopter squawking 7000. I just
Wildcat 01, you still have an open flight plan. Please be sure to close that one first via the new flight button.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I have to go in here and that's Munich radar. Let me do a new flight and I'll go back in here. Alright, so Munich radar, Wildcat 01 request VFR clearance from Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo to Al Terrein Airport. VFR. Let's see what they get. What is that little window where you can input flight plans? Oh, this is the GTN 750. It's the same one as this one, but because this one is so low here, right? So that's not very handy to work with. And this is just if you have the BMS 50. You can have it here, up here, and then you can open the GTN 750 in a separate VR window. Munich radar, Wildcat 01, request VFR clearance from Lima Oscar Juliet Bravo to Lima Sierra Zulu Romeo, Al Terrein Airport, Wildcat 01. So let's see.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
There we go.
Wildcat 01, you still have an open flight plan. Please be sure to close that one first via the new flight button.
Okay, so there is something not working here because I had a new flight. Oh man, still have an open flight plan. Alright, we're gonna do it different. Let's see, let's get the EFB out. Let's get this one out of the way. So we're gonna use, what we're gonna use now is SimBrief here in the EFB. So I'm gonna use SimBrief in here. Make a new flight. Departure, show keyboard. Otherwise I don't get it. Lima, Oscar, Juliet, Bravo. And then arrive at what was it? Lima, Sierra, Zulu, Romeo. Lima, Sierra, Zulu, Romeo. I said Romeo. Aircraft type, well, we're good. Doesn't matter. We're a helicopter. We're slow, so let's take a. I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't know this airport, all right. Anyhow, we're gonna do VFR. And we're gonna fly at. We're not this one. We are Wildcat 01. No, I'm not gonna need this one. Okay. Altitude. Altitude is 3,000 feet. Oh, back. 3. Back. All right. Apply. Generate. Yeah, he doesn't know this. He doesn't know this airfield, so we're gonna file another airfield which is close by. All right, let's go in here in the flight planner. Let's go to the map. So, what is the closest? Lima, Oscar, India, Golf. I think that's a field here. Yeah. All right, coming back in here. Go back to SimBrief. Lima, Oscar, India, Golf. India, Golf. Apply. Oh, it doesn't know that one as well. Just my luck. Or is this also a helicopter site? Oh, that's also a helipad. Well, here's an airport. That's also a helipad. Well, we're just gonna fly to Alterijn and then we're gonna call ATC there. Alright? So we do that. Otherwise. So let's see what frequencies Alterijn has. Waypoint info, we got a frequency, we got an ATIS frequency, and we got a tower frequency here, 135430. So we're gonna set that one in here. Alright, and then we're going back in here. So we're just gonna fly, and then we're gonna call ATC while we're airborne. So we're not gonna ask for a VFR flight plan. Alright, let's go. Munich radar, Wildcat 01 is VFR en route to Alterijn. Request VFR flight following. We are flying currently at 2,200 feet. Say again for Wildcat 01. Munich radar, Wildcat 01, say again. Sometimes the volume is a little bit low, so...
Wildcat 01, say again, please.
Wildcat 01, LAMA helicopter. VFR en route to Alterijn. Request VFR flight following. Let me change this
Wildcat
one.
01, traffic service is on request. Squawk 6221, then ident.
Squawk 6221 and ident, Wildcat 01. Let me check this one real quick. The options. And I'll have to change. There we go. Ident. Going back in here. Go back. Back on the map. Wildcat 01 is squawking 6221 and identing. Yeah, this is a must-have for VR. Especially this panel here is so easy to use now, and for zooming in you can use a scroll wheel, which is amazing. So let's do some low-level flying here. Munich radar, Wildcat 01. Did you copy? Wanneer? Say again for Wildcat 01, you were garbled. I have to fly higher up.
Wildcat 01, copy, go ahead.
Yeah, Wildcat 01 is squawking 6221 and identing.
Wildcat 01, not clear what you said. Say again.
Wildcat 01 is squawking 6221 and identing. Well, sometimes. Let me see what she's saying, because sometimes it's very hard to hear. Wildcat 01 is squawking 6221 and identing. Ah, we now identified.
Wildcat 01 identified. 13 south of Hohenheim Stornburn Airfield at 2200 feet. QNH 1013.
Copied. Radar contact and QNH 1013, Wildcat 01. Alright, so close that one. We don't need it. So what you also can see, well, I have to open it again in the app, of course. So when we open it, you will see at the top.
Wildcat 01, contact Wien info on 124.4 transponder 7000.
See, now it's gone because I didn't file a flight plan, either VFR or IFR. It's gonna change. So I'm going to Wien info 124.4. Switching to Wien info 124.4 Wildcat 01. Now SayIntentions will also set the next frequency. You can select that in the standby frequency. So I only have to switch it. Wien info Wildcat 01 with you 2,300 feet.
Wildcat 01, Wien info, Roger, 2300 feet.
Yeah, Wien info, Wildcat 01 is VFR en route to Alterijn Airport, St. Gallen, Lima, Sierra Zulu, Romeo. Request VFR flight following.
Wildcat 01, unable to provide radar service. Remain VFR. Report any requests or position changes.
Remaining VFR, and can you set our destination to Alterijn Airport, Lima, Sierra Zulu, Romeo? Let's see if the destination here will change now.
Wildcat 01.
There we go.
Destination set to Lima Sierra, Zulu, Romeo. Remain VFR.
Alright, so there is an assigned transponder code 5274, so let's get that one in. 5274. Enter. And then this should go green in a minute. There we go. So we have no flight following, that's pending. There's no radar contact. But we have everything set correctly. And we are very close to all-terrain.
Wildcat 01. Contact St. Gallen Tower on 135.43.
There you go. Contact St. Gallen Tower 135.43. Switching to St. Gallen Tower 135.43. Wildcat 01. Alright. So, and you can see the frequency has already changed. So I'm gonna switch it here. Alright, so where are we? We are in the south. Yeah. 11 miles in the south. To land, full stop at the apron. Right. Okay. St. Gallen Tower, Wildcat 01 LAMA helicopter. Flying low level. Request to come in for a full stop landing and enter the VFR circuit. And well, anyway, something like that, right? So this is not perfect ATC. You hear me? It's not perfect ATC. I'm just struggling.
01, runway 10, left circuit approved. Report downwind each time.
Alright, runway 10, left circuits approved. Report downwind each time. Alright, there we go. Runway 10. Left hand circuits, reported downwind each time, Wildcat 01. So now I'm not using live weather, and SayIntentions is of course using live weather, but anyhow, we're good. Runway 10, that's where, that's the one for us, so that's very easy. Okay. Alright, so wires here, wires in front of us. There's so many wires here. But I like some low level flying. But I have to cross these wires first in front of us. Oh, there's so many here. Here we go. There's another one. There's more wires on the other side. Alright, low, let's come up here, let's go low level. Haha, this is what I like about VR flying with helicopters. This is fun, man. But Unfortunately, my FPS is getting a little bit low now. So many wires up here. The wires are really an FPS killer sometimes. It's I don't know why. Don't know why that is, but I always have them on. Here we go. Low level. Right, almost at the airport. Let's climb up here. Okie dokie. Well, let's runway 10, so that's the opposite side. Left-hand circuits, so we're gonna fly overhead. And then turn over left. There's the airport. We have a visual. I can zoom in on this map if I want to. There we go. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Okay. All terrain, here we come. Overhead. And then the brake over right. Of over left. Wildcat 01 left and downwind to land full stop.
Wildcat 01 descent circuit altitude, report final.
Report final, Wildcat 01. Right, let's make a very close circuit. There's the beginning of the runway. Runway 10, here we come. Wildcat 01 is final. Well, a little bit late, but anyhow.
Wildcat 01, wind calm, runway 10, clear to land. Report room.
Clear to land, we'll report when runway vacated, Wildcat 01. Alright, and then we go over here. Now the FPS is really getting low. Not sure why that is, but that's probably also because of the stream. And VR is very demanding, and that's one thing that's for sure. Wildcat 01, runway vacated, and parking here on the main grass area. A little bit further forward to where the tower is. Well, where can we park? Is there a helipad on this side? Probably, but not sure. Well, that looks like a big H, and that's where we're gonna land. Wildcat 01 will be landing on the helipad here in front of the tower.
Wildcat 01, helipad landing approved. Wind calm. Report when landed and clear.
Loco, Wildcat 01. Oh, we're down. Wildcat 01 landed and clear. Alright.
Wildcat 01, welcome to St. Gallen. Contact ground on 121.805.
121.805, Wildcat 01. Well, we don't need ground now, so I'm gonna close that one. So that's basically, well, SayIntentions, SAR Missions. You can do medical transport. So if I'm gonna show you this one in here, and let's go to Sky Ops. Oh, now you see this one because that was the mission still running. But you will see that you can have different things here, like you can do search and rescue, you can do a search mission, you can do air ambulance, firefighting. You can do firefighting, and SayIntentions will show a fire somewhere. So you can do firefighting missions, a VIP passenger transport. You can do that. So there's so much in here. Too much to tell. You can have cabin attendants in your aircraft, and you can talk to your cabin attendants, and you can have emergencies with some passengers in the cabin, and then your cabin attendant will come to you and say, well, we got a patient with a stroke and we have to land as soon as possible. So then as the captain, you will have to make the decision what you're gonna do. you can have a tour guide, and they will tell you everything about the surroundings where you're flying. You have the mentor, so you can ask the mentor anything about the aircraft or flight procedures. And you can have a co-pilot, and the co-pilot will do the ATC for you. So you can hand off the comms to your co-pilot, and he will set frequencies and talk to ATC for you. So that's very handy, of course. And you can learn from the co-pilot while he's doing or she is doing the ATC. You can learn how to talk to ATC. So that's it's a very, very nice thing to have, and I'm using it all the time. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna have a drink, and then I'll have to make sure that my daughter is going to bed pretty soon now. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you next video. Thanks for the subscribing. Really appreciate that. And hope to see you in the next stream or video. Bye for now. My name is Mike, and have a good weekend. Ciao.